Hello, hello. How is everyone? Hello, everybody out there. How's everyone doing? I am Michael. That is, where are you? Heather. There you go. How are you, Heather?
Hi,
How you
everybody.
doing?
I'm well. Thank you very much for asking. Happy to
Of
be here.
course,
It's
of course.
Wednesday. I love Wednesdays.
Yeah, Wednesday's fun. Wednesday's fun because we get to talk a little bit of tech and also just have fun.
Yeah, you know what's really funny? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I actually have two jobs now that I work outside the home other than this one. And that's a new thing for me. It's like first time in 20 years. I shouldn't say that. It says how old I am. Anyway, in 20 some years, it's the first time I've worked outside the home. And I have to deal with stuff like traffic.
Wow.
Like, I know the rest of you are like, so everybody deals with that. I haven't had to deal with traffic in ages, and I deal with it daily now. So yeah, it's nice. On Wednesdays, I come home early, so I don't deal with traffic. So there's lots of reasons to like Wednesday.
I agree. I totally agree with you. Oh my gosh. Anyway, hey, hello. How are you? There's one of our members. You can see by the little symbol next to the name. Oh, there's
somebody else who likes Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hi, Donna.
Hey, Donna. There you go.
Jolin saying.
Low Country. There you go.
That's right. That's right. And Andrew's here as well.
Birmingham, Tennessee. There we go.
And Bob has made it. Hello, Bob.
Nice.
So glad you're here.
Absolutely.
58 with wind and sun. Now that seems like a conundrum.
Yeah, exactly. Oops, I didn't meant to hit. Yeah. No, absolutely. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad to see everybody out there. This is going to just be we're just going to just talk a little bit about
chit chat about a few things. So in this job thing that I'm doing, right? I have an opportunity to learn some more things and different ways to live stream and all that kind of stuff. And so today we're going to talk about something that I just used recently called Vimeo. And some of you may or may not know what Vimeo is. And we're just going to talk about it. Like, why would you use it? What is it? And it might be an option for you and what your needs are, and it might not.
That's right.
We're just going to chat about it. So.
Because I've actually heard of it for a long time. I mean, it's been around for a while, and I've kind of heard of it. And I was just like, well, I still really don't know. Oh, look at there. How about that? Thank you so much.
Yeah, I saw the lights turn red behind you, so I had to bring it up on screen. Yeah.
Here, I'll tell you what. Here, I made this mechanical one. Let's see how it does. I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see if it works. There you go. Can you hear it?
Okay, wow. Oh. I have to wait for it to be done so that I don't echo. I didn't realize. I know not allowed to talk during the super chat confetti. Got it. Thank you for that, Ron.
Thank you. Yeah, very much though. I do appreciate that. That's awesome of you. Thank you so much. So.
All right. John says she's heard of Vimeo. Okay. Watched a few videos on Vimeo. Look forward to learning more. Awesome. Hey,
I hope you do learn more.
Made it. Hi.
Oh man, I haven't seen her in forever.
I know. Hey. Sorry about that. So glad to see you.
And yes, we miss you. Okay.
Yes, we do.
And she loves the blue. She loves blue on you. So there you go.
Yes. It's Wednesday. I got to wear blue. That's what I do on Wednesday. or pink.
That's right. Pink or blue. That's the only two colors you can have in your repertoire.
Right. That's it. Okay, so Vimeo. So there's a couple reasons why you might choose Vimeo. First and foremost, Vimeo is a video platform where you can view as a viewer, just like Jolin said, you can view videos just like you can on YouTube. You can store videos there or host videos there. So you could be a creator who uploads your videos to Vimeo, and you can also live stream videos. Now, these are not free options. So I want to make sure that you understand that the live streaming option is the high tier. And I'm just going to be upfront with you right off the bat. It's $900 a year. Okay. So it's not cheap. It's not cheap. So I'm just going to say that. Now, before you tune out, like those of you watching are like,
I'm not here.
Yeah, click, I'm out. Let me just tell you.
Quick question though. I'm going to ask you one before you go to that, before you go to the money and all that stuff, before you go on. Is this I can't say equal, but close to YouTube? I mean, is it like having YouTube?
Yeah.
But paid for?
Yeah, but okay, so in a way, yes. I mean, you don't get the millions of daily users that are on the YouTube platform.
So it's not like subscribers coming in, all that kind of stuff and everything.
So this is a different concept. So whereas on YouTube, you're going to upload a video on YouTube and hope to God somebody sees it. And then do your very best to make sure that you've run all of the checks and balances to make it so the algorithm says, yeah, watch this video because you might be interested in it, or that you've made it search worthy so that it gets found, right? These are the things that we've taught many times about how to use YouTube as a creator. Okay. On Vimeo, I want you to look at it more from the standpoint of, I have an audience that I want to cater to. And I know how to get this video to them. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't use it in the same way as YouTube, okay? So I don't want you to feel like, oh, I'll never grow. I want you to understand that it's just not as powerful in the search format as YouTube. Right. And you can definitely go on there and search for things, and you can find a whole slew of fun things on there. And there's tons of things that you can find available on there. So it is that way, but
I want to bring up Andrew's comment. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say an alternate to YouTube. In a way, yes. In a way, no. So go ahead. Bring up Andrew's comment.
I just want to say Andrew's because he says if you need a paywall or pappy wall is what he put.
Or a pappy wall. Yeah. Your grandpappy wall, your grandpappy shrubs. I mean, whatever.
It's a good one to choose. Yes. And we have our very good friend, a lot of us that were way back with Ronnie Benser. That's what he did with his channel. So yeah, you can talk to that a little bit.
So that is really my main focus, honestly, because behind a paywall, or even if you're doing something that you just want a private audience to have access to, and you don't want the world to see it, we can do that with YouTube. We do have options with YouTube to do something like that. However, it's not foolproof. Right? You're using a lot of trust. We went through this before you switched to the Tinkering with Tech to the YouTube membership. That's right. A big reason for that was because although we were sharing privately in our private community, these videos that we were doing, they weren't really truly private.
No.
Anyone could share the link. Honestly.
Exactly.
And that is something that Vimeo has locked down. Literally, it is behind a password that they can choose, or you can actually create your own password as well. So that's similar to Zoom, where you know that you can lock down your Zoom, but that's not a Zoom is a many involved, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Whereas this would be just like it is with a YouTube video, where it's me presenting to you, the audience.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's a great point. Because Zoom, you can do these kind of things and have videos that are isolated to your group. But again, when you start an organization or more than one person and add those people, that's where their costs go up as well, the same way. So that's a great point.
Yes,
that's a great one thing you mentioned. I want to mention, just because you mentioned it when we were in the green room and stuff. One thing that was interesting was that it doesn't necessarily, you don't have to necessarily do it for a paywall or a pappy wall.
Or a pappy wall.
Do it, or just do it for, just because you want it to be that private video. That was awesome. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. So I had a use case this past weekend where I had to share a live stream with a select audience. There was nothing about it that was going to be a paid aspect, but I definitely didn't want the world watching. So I was able to share the link. I was able to utilize a password. The folks were able to get in without any help or need to bother anyone to get there. It was very simple. And I had live metrics while I was doing this live
that's
stream.
Cool. That's awesome.
I knew who was watching. I knew when they stopped watching. I knew how if they continued to watch, how lengthy the watch time was for each person watching. It was actually really cool to see. The dashboard is very simple to understand. It's very simple to use, and They even have a software. If you're not someone who knows how to, what do we call that? RTMP when we stream. You and I are using StreamYard. StreamYard has the capability to stream to Facebook, YouTube, multiple platforms.
Yeah.
As well as an RTMP.
Yep.
Where we would put in the server URL and the stream key and make that go that way. So if I just gave you a whole bunch of information that went over your head, join the community, we'll help you out. They have the same capabilities. They will stream with Vimeo, they will stream to YouTube, they will stream to Facebook, and they will stream to your RTMP server URL with a stream key. So it's just exactly the same. And they have a software that you can download, very simple to use, very similar to what we use here in StreamYard, to allow you to bring in your camera, bring in your microphone, and just go straight to live stream, put up overlays, all kinds of fun things that they include as well. And it's actually simplistic. It's very simplistic to use. So that part of it is really kind of cool. If you're looking for something to be able to do classes on your own website. Oh, I didn't even mention that part. I'm going to mention that part right now.
Go ahead.
If you are someone who's trying to build your brand and you're trying to bring everyone to your one location, which I hope is your website, it's so difficult to do something like a YouTube video or a Facebook live stream and have them go there where they get distracted, where there's advertisements, where there's a whole bunch of things that have nothing to do with you and your website. You can actually put your videos from Vimeo on your website, have people come to your website and go nowhere else and actually be entertained or taught by whatever it is that you're putting up in front of them. So 𝘁𝗶 has something here.
Yep. She says, I use Vimeo for my sales pages. That way my leads don't get distracted. I thought that was
that was perfect timing, right? Like it's almost like we're kismet or something, like we're simpatico knowing. So that's exactly right. Vimeo is great for that. If you are someone who's trying to build your business, this is a great investment because, I mean, you think about it. If you were to do 9 seminars a year and you made $100 on each seminar, let's just first of all say you're probably going to make a little bit more than $100.
Right.
Okay. But let's just say that's all you did. And you did 9 of those seminars a year. You've already paid for your Vimeo service. So it's really, when you break it down like that, it really makes the most sense. So, there's many options, there's many perks to this, and there's a whole lot of things to show and talk about, but I just really wanted to touch base on that. If you'd like to know more about Vimeo and what's available, you can definitely go to their webpage and figure it out, or join us backstage and I'll answer any questions you might have, because it was actually quite interesting to use it for the very first time. I logged in, set it up, and did my event all in less than an hour.
That's awesome. That's so cool. I think that's awesome.
Yep. And it was a success. So
this is, we talked a little bit about this, and you mentioned this as well. Are there copyright issues as with YouTube? This is what's so cool, I think.
Okay.
Now, but we need to clarify too.
Yeah.
If you push out to YouTube or you push out to Facebook, you still could be faced with those while it's live.
Yeah, nothing changes the type of streaming service that you're utilizing. But it can be a reason to utilize Vimeo because maybe you have some copyright issues that you've run into in the past. Maybe you are somebody who actually uses non-copyrighted music but has been striked for it. That has happened. Okay, that has happened. Vimeo is an option for you because Vimeo is not sending their bots to troll your video to find out what you've done. They require you to be honest and say, yes, this is my stuff and I can use it.
And it's a little different than YouTube, because YouTube, you're trying to build subscribers. You're trying to get, this is totally different. This is an audience that you already have and get.
I will say this, they do kind of want you to get people to, like, if you have a Vimeo account, you have the option to like someone's video. You have the option to follow their channel, and definitely it's the same in that way, but their focus is not to build subscribership and ultimately advertise to people. Their focus is to have a platform for creators to create what they want to create and control their creation. So if you create a video and you put it out on YouTube, and YouTube, for whatever reason, we don't need to go into the why, okay? But for whatever reason, YouTube says this video is not allowed, boom, shuts it down, okay? You have to go through a series of processes to get that video back, or to prove that it's yours, or to prove that it should be on their platform. And you may or may not ever win that argument, okay?
Right.
You may have in the process lost your entire access to your account. You may have lost all of your videos. You may have no ability to upload. Vimeo, on the other hand, does not do that. They trust that you signed an agreement that says, I will upload my legal items, and it's up to me to be honest and forthright with that. And Vimeo says you may use our platform to do that then. Period. End of discussion.
That's interesting.
So
so let me ask this then, okay? Because I'm gonna ask you, and you tell me. I think I know the answer because you kind of just answered it. But here we go. I'm going to go with this. I create a video. This is something that I've done, so that's why I'm going to go into it. I created a video. It was for, I do it for what is it before the wedding?
Like a picture slideshow or something.
It's a picture slide. It's exactly. It's a picture slideshow for a wedding type thing before the wedding. And so I have this that I do, and they definitely want modern music that's on there right now.
Yeah, stuff that doesn't belong to you.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can, if I did that on YouTube, even in unlisted or private, I still take a chance and a risk of getting something.
For sure, because you told YouTube that you would only upload copyrighted stuff, and YouTube says, we don't trust you. We're going to make sure it's not copyrighted, and then we find it, and now.
So Vimeo, I do sort of the same. I want to do the same thing where they have to have a password, get in there and all that kind of stuff, but they're trusting that I'm honest and only giving that to the people that have that password to get in there and do that kind of thing. Is that right? Or
yeah, and honestly,
you an issue or no?
Honestly, you're still breaking their terms of service, because you signed a thing that says I own the copyright to all the things that I'm putting into this video. So technically, you should still not do it. Will you get in trouble? I have no idea, but I'm not there. I know that they don't have bots that are trolling your video to make sure that you're not.
Right. Yeah.
So in a truly heartfelt way, you could do this without getting yourself into deep trouble.
Gotcha.
And remove it if you did.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha. That's great to know. I'm glad, because people used to say to me, well, you can just put it on Vimeo and you can play whatever you want back there. I was like, I don't think that's necessary.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can, because I had to click a box that said I own the copyrighted, information.
Material of whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, whatever I'm putting in here is my material.
You.
And truthfully, this is how the world should operate, right?
Yeah.
I own it. I can use it. I don't own it. I cannot use it. It's a pretty simple formula. It's not even too fancy. So
that's why I usually my package, whenever I sell that to them, I usually like on the wedding deal that I do, I make sure that the groom and his parents, and then the bride and her parents, and I go through and I make sure there's enough flash drives for all of them to go for it.
Oh, for sure.
Or I just use an old AOL disk. Either way, I'll just do it on either way.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, there's definitely ways to do it. So for the live streaming aspect of it, I would say you probably shouldn't. But, it's your risk. You're an adult. I'll let you do whatever you want.
There you go.
Yeah, a G drive is also a good way to share, or you could use a thumb drive or any kind of a physical way to share it as well.
No, that's a valid point too. I like the idea of the G drive, the Google Drive, only because you can use large files. You can push it. I mean, and it's
OneDrive.
Exactly. So makes sense.
Yep.
So today we're talking about what is Vimeo. If you just arrive, you're a little late. No, I'm just kidding. We were just talking about what is Vimeo. Heather just recently started using it, so we wanted to share it with our community and everybody out there.
Yeah, it's just another option, right? Like another option. So we talk all the time about YouTube because we both utilize YouTube a lot. I've used Twitch for years and years and years, and I love the platform as far as live streaming goes because the atmosphere over there is a live streaming community. That's what they focus on. I think Vimeo is an option for someone who is looking to expand their business, already has an audience that they want to make sure they get specific videos to, that they need them locked down, any of these things that that are something that you might be looking for. Vimeo is a great option for you. And if you have any questions about it, I'd be happy to talk to you some more.
Yeah, and with the cost, I mean, not exactly a replacement for like a YouTube or something like that.
No, I mean, but so here's the thing. This is what I always look at when you use a free option, because YouTube, Facebook, any of those are free. Instagram, if you're going to live stream on your Instagram, you know, it's all the same concept. You're using a very mega platform, right? This is a huge infrastructure that's been built for your use for free. Then yeah, there's going to be some caveats. There's going to be some things you have to give on. And one of them is going to be advertisements.
Yeah,
that you have no control over, that your audience has to either sit through or experience no matter what is on that advertisement. You know, so there's that if you're operating a business, that says a whole lot about you right off the bat. Right? When you see an advertisement come across that has something to do with something that offends you or makes you feel uncomfortable, you may click off and never hear the message that is being presented to you because of that. So that's a big thing to think about. Another thing is, and Letitia brought this up, distractions. They're loaded with distractions because they want you to stay there. They don't care about the offer being presented on screen and all the work that you put into your presentation. They don't care about that. They care about click on this video, click on that video. Hey, look, so-and-so sent you a message. You probably should go check that out. You know, they're really trying to get you to stay on their platform when all you're trying to do is get them to click this link for your website to make a sale. So it makes a lot more sense to have your videos on your website. And if they're privacy protected, if they are under the umbrella of your website and you're not going to accidentally click off and go over to that other place where it might be housed, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, you've secured your spot in their attention span, which we all know is very minute. So it's a good thing to keep in mind.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. Good stuff. Excellent stuff.
So were there any questions? I know that there was a little bit.
I think I pulled up everything. Okay. I think I got everything that was up that we were talking about, or that's relative in that. Yes. Some were just comments, but yeah, no, that was good. That was excellent. Thanks for sharing that with us. Cause I know that, you know, we didn't want to give all the secrets away. No, I'm kidding. But we do in the Backstage Pass. We definitely want to do that.
Yeah, I would love to chat with those of you who are members of the YouTube channel at the membership, the Tinkering with Tech membership level. Join us in the Backstage Pass because I have some little more specific things that I want to chat with you guys about what I did personally this weekend and how I used it. I would like to share that with you guys and maybe give you some hints and tips about something to look forward to. So,
thank you for being a great guest.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I get paid for this, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes. I bought you a toy.
Oh my gosh. We have to have that show.
We'll have that show too. We're going to do that.
I'm going to say this in front of everybody. I have yet to sign into it.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
It's charged.
It's charged.
It's ready to use. But I've yet to log in.
There's going to be a learning curve, I promise you, and we will chat.
Oh, I'm sure of that. I am already certain. Yeah.
Hey, listen, thank you so much for the support, everybody. We really do appreciate it. I appreciate the members. Anybody that you saw today, I'll just put a bunch of them up there. You can see they have the symbols next to their names.
Aren't they awesome?
Yeah, I love that. That means that they are a channel member. We would love for you to become a channel member. Also, I'd like to thank Ron Brown, too, for the little extra super chat there. And Canadian $10, I think it translates to what? $2.75 or something.
Yeah, something like 35 cents, I think. Yeah.
No, we do appreciate you. Anybody that's watching this in replay and you have your own questions about some of this kind of stuff, please don't hesitate. Just leave a comment down there and we'll try and get back to you right away. Looking forward to, yeah, there you go, in minus numbers. We look forward to seeing you in the Backstage Pass community members. Look forward to seeing you. And Heather, thank you so much. And we will talk to everybody next week.
Yep.
Bye, all.
See you then. Bye.
Bye.